So by the looks of things, we've got two really big ARK patches coming our way from the Genesis Chronicles 3 update and the ARK Christmas event Winter Wonderland 4. Those updates are going to be even bigger because Wildcard have just given us some information that some very interesting balance changes are going to be coming soon with the next update, and it's really going to benefit a lot of people. I've seen some amazing feedback on these changes, and I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know in today's video. So if you are excited about these changes, obviously when you see them, smash that like button right now, guys. Let's go for over 800 likes. That's a bit of a crazy like target, but in my opinion, these are really big ARK changes. As well as we're going to be talking about Turkey Trial, but I mean, I'm just going to quickly show you that has been extended in today's video. Subscribe if you're new around here, turn notifications on. But yeah, as you can see on the screen, Said did post saying, I was able to score some balance changes that will be coming soon from the dev team, check it out. And that's massive from Said because obviously he can only post information when he's allowed to. But what I just wanted to quickly tell you guys with the new Community Crunch 209 that was posted yesterday, there's some new mysterious mysteries, but as you know, the mysterious mysteries right now is stuff we already know, like that's probably like the plasma cannon or something. But obviously you guys can have a look there. And Turkey Trial has actually been extended, so due to unforeseen issues this weekend that prevented players from experiencing the Turkey Trial event, we'll be extending the event until Friday the 6th of December for the official server networked. The Evo event rate will be in effect once the Turkey Trial event ends, and obviously, you know, that will happen from the 6th of December Friday until the 9th of December Monday. So that is obviously everything going back to the normal. But moving on to the upcoming balance changes. So, upcoming balance changes. This list below includes balance changes that will be made in the coming weeks. Starting with stack size changes. So, the veggie cake is going from 5 to 10. Raw meat is going from 20 to 40. Cooked meat is going from 30 to 50. Sap is going from 20 to 30. Fiber is going from 200 to 300. Thatch is going from 100 to 200. Polymer is going from 10 to 20. Vacuum compartment is going from 100, well obviously it's moving to 5, and that's the same thing with the obviously moon pool as well. And then, see, the one thing people are always saying with this sort of thing is, why can't ARK just add in the stack mod? But it probably is something to do with, obviously, things being too overpowered. It'd be cool to have it as a feature on single player, things like that for the single player side of things. But anyway, moving on. Inventory slot size changes. So the Industrial Forge from 60 to 100. The Chemistry Bench 60 to 100. The Fridge is changing from 48 to 80. Industrial Cooker 48 to 80 as well. The Preserving Bin is 24 to 48. Mortar and Pestle is 12 to 24. And the Refining Forge is 8 to 24. These are big changes, guys. Like, to me, like, when I first read them, I thought, okay, this is probably going to be small changes. But when you actually go through them and realize how much this is going to benefit players, it is actually really awesome. So some other stuff that is going to be happening on from stack size changes and the inventory slot changes is so the reduced Plant Z flash range by 50%, Plant Z grenades weight reduced from 10 to 5, dedicated storage weight reduced from 50 to 20, decreased cook time on the industrial grill by 50%, lowered gasoline consumption rate by 50% on the following structures: Chemistry Bench, Electrical Generator, Fabricator, Industrial Cooker, Industrial Forge, Industrial Grill, and Industrial Grinder. So all of the gasoline consumption is going to be lowered by 50%. That is actually massive. Metal cliff platforms will no longer take 50% less damage from explosive damage. Shorten the aberration earthquake duration. Shorten the aberration earthquake duration by 10%. That again is something that needed to happen, as well as shorten the scorched earth sandstorm duration by 15%. Bronto should no longer be affected by the knockback, which has been talked about for a while. Mech pistol damage reduced by 10%. Modified drag weight of creatures to prevent carry by quets and crab. I knew a sneeze was coming, but anyway, moving on. I was like kept coughing and stuff. Modified drag weight of creatures to prevent carry by quets and crab, which is the Galley, the Capro, the Megalosaurus, and the Procoptodon. No more sneezes moving on from here. Reduce stun duration on jellyfish and eels by 20%. So this is obviously the wild eels, the tamed eels, and obviously the jellyfish. And then Rex should now do 15% extra damage to herbivores. Now this is going to be very interesting when there is actually going to be, how these changes are going to work, because obviously the Rex is now going to be able to do, this is wild and tamed, 15% extra damage. Now a lot of people use certain herbivores to defend, so 15% extra damage, how much is that going to affect, especially on official PvP? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. The Rex has not had a buff ever since the TLC. Now that was over a year, way over a year ago. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes down. So in my opinion, these are some very big upcoming balance changes. As you can see, it'll be coming in the coming weeks. I mentioned that there's going to be a Genesis Chronicles 3 update. That update will be first, well, obviously if wildcards stick to it, which I'm sure they will. And then there's the Winter Wonderland update. I'm going to say, as they said, the coming weeks, it probably will be with the Genesis Chronicles, because I'm sure they're going to be focusing mainly on the Winter Wonderland one this year. But that is very, very interesting. What I'm going to be reading through now is the update. If you're on the PC, you may not want to see this because this is stuff you have already received, but there are also some quality of life changes I have mentioned in other videos, so if you have seen these already, you don't need to see it, but I wanted to add it in with the upcoming balance changes because these quality of life changes will be coming to console next with the balance changes. So if you want to pause the video right now to read through everything you may have missed or anything, I'm going to be scrolling down very slowly, so you guys can pause at any point you want. But moving on to the quality of life changes within the update. So added animation staggering system by default to reduce CPU overhead. So dinos in the far distance will update the animations on alternate frames. Players can disable this in the options and advanced options tab, which is animation staggering. Improve client and server CPU performance in various ways. Vastly improved server stability with various network channel thread crashes fixed. Change drop item physics back to client-side prediction for player-dropped items. So basically, they're changing the way that the player-dropped items work. So because you know when people just drop so much stuff on the server and think you've got like 70 people doing that, dropping loads of stuff, that is actually gonna clog up the server and it's actually gonna make more memory than you actually realize. So changing it back to a client-side prediction is something that hopefully will make less lag, less frame rate problems, everything like that. Improved drop item placement when dropping items from structures to reduce the possibility of them getting stuck. Huge thing there. Reloading bows from prone T PV no longer gets them stuck, and firing bows while in orbit camera no longer gets them stuck, and firing bows while running no longer gets them stuck. Now, I know in the comments when I actually added this into another video, people were going absolutely crazy over the bows finally being fixed, because I was in that video as well. Made it easier to look up items to pick them up. Fix the whip to properly pick up items that are flat on the ground, previously would miss such items. Added F, which will be different for console, alternate activate option on items to pick up all items in a nearby range, and added the optional new functionality to limit the amount or the number of dropped items in an area, and enabled on dedicated servers. To use it on unofficial servers, add the following values, which is obviously as you will see on the screen right here. So, lots is actually happening with ARK Survival Evolved. There is also in the works massive exploit fixes from meshing to duping, so watch out for that very soon. I know there's so much going on with Turkey Trial right now. In my opinion, I'd rather Turkey Trial just be finished. I know people haven't really been able to experience it, so, maybe it is fair that they do get to experience it due to the problems with the servers. But in my opinion, I would like to move on from it now. It's never been my favourite event. The turkeys were very funny a few years ago because they were a little bit different and they were crazy and they were way too overpowered, which would not be good now because it's not early access and things like that shouldn't be happening. But I'm ready for Christmas. It's December. It's December the 3rd. Christmas is coming up. Genesis Chronicles is near. The actual Genesis DLC is near. And I'm ready for new stuff. But that is all of the news in today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below, as I said, what you think about these changes, especially about the Rex buff, what you think about the quality of life updates coming to console next, and what you're most excited about with Christmas coming up. And obviously, if you've missed any information about the Winter Wonderland update, check out my video I did yesterday with all the news on that. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, let's try our best for that 800 like target. It's a lot to ask, but you know, these are big changes. Subscribe if you're new around here, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. See you guys later.